There's a $500 billion company out there that would have I being pushed in front of everybody for a lot of reasons. iTunes, iPhones, whatnot. I don't have a lot of that. Haven't managed to score too much of that. But in times of your life, there's some times when you have death in the family, illness, mistakes, whatever. You start thinking about what's important. And you don't always go down to deep sea diving and kill fish with titanium robots to do it. I'd love to do that though. And you start thinking about some of the impact that we're having on the world. There's 100 brands here, the top ones in the world. Sorry, you can't see any of them. But none of them are Australian, by the way. We're good at consuming them, we're not good at making them. So I started looking around for a bit of inspiration a few years ago. And you get guys like Mohammed Yunus from Grameen Bank and Jeffrey Sachs saying that we can actually end poverty in our lifetime. We're now actually rich enough to do that. With 1% of the money that we've got, we can actually do it. We are also probably amongst the richest 1%, so we're the only ones who can do it. We can also end carbon emission problems also with 1% of money. It's amazing what we can do with not much. So seeing this opportunity, I decided to jump off the cliff about 7 years ago with a mate called Harry Andrews, and it was probably the worst thing we ever did. I had hair when I started. Come on, next slide. And we started making light. So on the left here, you've got kerosene lighting. Up the back, there's some villagers up there who are burning candles at the moment. They're spending $1 per week on kerosene lighting. Maestro, Lightman, can you hit the lights and knock them down maybe? Thank you. So you've all been plunged into darkness and now you've just got my LED lights on the right here to survive with. Millions of people around the world are experiencing this every day. 1.5 billion, about a quarter of the planet doesn't have electricity. Using kerosene lighting, spending $1 per week, 300 million households, $15 billion per year. So you need a bunch of idiots to go out there and change this world. And some of these people have joined me in a company called Barefoot Power, which has been going for 7 years and reached 2 million people. But there's other idiots on that stage as well, which is wonderful, that many people are getting out there. But we had to survive. We were born in mum's garage, and that was a difficult period to get through the first few years. We had family and friend and angel investors, and then we hit a wall, went broke, and thought, oh shit, what do we do now? So we had to go and get more investment. Wrote a business plan, launched it into a competition in the Netherlands, and won a prize there, which helped us tap into angel investors, microfinance investors, impact investors, and a few others. And we've ended up raising $10 million over 7 years. Social entrepreneurs are out there, they're changing the world. I don't see 90% of that 10 million was raised outside Australia. I've got a problem with that. I see a lot of potential social entrepreneurs or investors in this room. To invest in websites like Kiva that a lot of you might know of. If you don't, go home, look at it, if you do one thing tonight. And there's a lot of other impact investors who supported us, but again, mostly all out of Europe. Those impact investors were mostly European or US based and wanted us to go to Africa because I didn't know where Papua New Guinea really was. This is some of the 2,000 entrepreneurs that we've trained. We've got our entrepreneur training program, and these guys are roaming around the countryside, flogging the shit out of our lamps. It's great stuff. And we can see at the bottom of the pyramid, there's a multi-billion-dollar market there, of which energy is quite a large one. So it generated a lot of interest, and we started seeing other companies doing the same sort of thing that we were doing. It also generated interest for our debt investors. Early investors were shareholders. But later, we pitched that we only need your money for 6 or 12 months. And if you grow a social enterprise, this is something you can do. Just say, look, we just need your money to scale up. And that's one thing that we're doing at the moment. It's all about communication to the investors to see how can you scale things up. But also we had problems that we couldn't get around the water bottle in the office every Monday. We were splattered all over the world. We got around the water bottle once. Skype saved us for that. Now we're into the evolution stage. 7 years later, I've been fired. There's a suit that's come in with grey hair, taking over as things grow up. So we're on to the next thing. And a lot of that is about mobilising a lot of more impact investor money into social entrepreneurs. So we've got village infrastructure angels to mobilise more angel investors. And we'd like to see people tap into something that we feel is important. Have a lot of impact with your investment. We only need 1%. I don't care what you do with the other 99%, spend it at that nightclub up the road. But with 1%, go nuts with us. Thanks a lot.